y'all doing, good people? I hope you have had a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope that nobody got on your doggone last nerves, okay? But listen, thank you so much for tuning in to Wine La Vie with Keisha. I am Keisha ShonGee Johnson. I am your host. We got a show tonight. When I tell you, it's going to make you laugh and probably even make you cry. But when I tell you, I hope that y'all have been enjoying yourselves. I hope that you've had an opportunity to just wind down, put your kids in the bed. It's grown and sexy. Come on and take some time for yourself, okay? I hope you done set your scene, got your candles and your wine or whatever beverage you're drinking, okay? So listen, when I tell you the feature tonight, I'm so excited. The feature tonight, y'all. Listen, I got rosé. Ooh. I got rosé table California rosé wine, okay? Straight from Napa Valley Vineyards out of California. I am a senior wine consultant for Wine Shop at Home, and our feature wine for tonight, baby, it's gonna be good, okay? This right here, this particular wine right here, this one is served room temperature, okay? The alcohol content, baby, is 14.5. We're going to turn up a little bit tonight, all right? So the aging grapes is 5 years, okay? This was released September of 2024. And when I tell you this right here, it's paired with ribeye steaks. It's also paired with hamburgers. It's paired with salmon sliders, okay? And it has a Cabernet and a cheddar pairing for cheese, okay? So we're trying to get our body yada yaddies together, right? So we're doing this thing all the way live, baby. And what I love about listen, I'm smelling raspberry. I'm smelling some lemon. I'm smelling some oats, okay? Let me try it out for you real quick. Yeah, that's good, y'all. That's real good. So listen, at Wine Shop at Home, I just love being a consultant for them. I love what I do. I love my job. And we actually got these really cute recipe cards that is paired with the wine. And you can try these recipes for yourself. This particular one, it is short ribs, braised short ribs. And that looks so good, right? So y'all ought to try that. But if you want that experience and you want to turn your occasions, your events, take them to another level, baby, get in contact with ShonGee Enterprises, okay? ShonGee would love to be your wine consultant, okay? So I paired tonight. Look at what I got for y'all tonight, okay? So y'all know I'm trying to keep my body yada yada all the way together, right? So I have lost a total of 35 pounds. And y'all know I don't eat meat, right? I will partake and eat fish, but the shellfish I'm staying away from as my nutritionist told me to stay away from the shellfish, right? So I got some fresh broccoli florets, right? So I steamed those and I put a little bit of Smart Balance margarine, and I put a little bit of seasoning on that thing. So my broccoli is going to be so good, right? But I wanted to show y'all, listen, I've been diving into vegan and vegetarian meals, just making sure that, you know, I'm taking care of my body and I'm doing what I need to do, right? So look at what I've made. Oh my gosh. When I tell you this particular meal right here, this is, I'm going to tell y'all the recipe. I normally don't tell all my good recipes, right? So, but this one right here, I want to share. It's actually jambalaya rice mix. And it is, because I don't eat meat, I did tofu and I did some tteokbokki beer bratwurst, and I cut it up, right? I sauteed it and everything, right? Onions, your red peppers, and then I let that kind of, simmer down a little bit. I put a little bit of mushroom base to give it a little bit of mushroom flavor to it, and a little bit of Parmesan spaghetti sauce, Parmesan cheese spaghetti sauce, just a little bit. And then once that came out, then I garnished it with a little bit of cheese, right? So it doesn't take much. As you see, the serving size is very like individual, right? So, and because I don't deprive myself with all of the goodness, right? I still partake in a little bit of, a little bit of snack. And since I'm working out and since I'm doing my thing, right? So I got just a little small helping size of caramelized popcorn. Okay. So popcorn is like one of my favorite snacks. So I love that. And that is absolutely paired with this particular wine, and it just goes perfect. So I hope that y'all try it one day. Okay. But listen, y'all know that I am on this health regimen, on this health kick, and I hope that y'all are being responsible and taking care of your bodies and doing your thing, right? So November is also a month of COPD National Awareness Month, right? So I always try to, throw some healthy regimens in so we can all be preventable and we can all be proactive in taking care of our health, right? So COPD is for chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Okay. It's a serious lung disease that makes it difficult to breathe in most common in older adults, but you can take this action to look after your lungs in a healthy way at all ages, right? It does limit the airflow, and it's known as obstruction. Okay, so that's where the O comes from in COPD. Symptoms include trouble breathing, a daily cough that brings up mucus and is tight. Wheezing sound is also common for COPD, right? COPD is often caused by long-term exposure. Irritating smoke, fumes, dust, or chemicals can trigger COPD, okay? Most common cause is cigarette smoke. Y'all listen, it's serious out here. Be mindful of the cigarette smoke. Be mindful of secondhand cigarette smoke. All of these things can enhance and cause COPD, right? Emphysema is also a chronic bronchitis and are two of the most common COPDs. These two types of condition usually occur together, and it causes severity in a lot of people. Okay. So with chronic bronchitis, it's an inflammation and the lining of the tubes, bringing the airflow into the lungs, right? These tubes are called bronchi. The inflammation prevents good airflow into and out the lungs and makes extra mucus, right? And emphysema, the small air sacs in the lungs called alveoli are damaged. The damaged alveoli can't pass enough oxygen into the bloodstream, right? So you're suffocating your cells, you're suffocating your bloodstream when you're dealing with COPD, okay? So COPD, this condition, it can worsen over time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't take care of yourself or don't be aware of the early signs and the early symptoms, COPD can worsen, right? COPD, but it's also treatable, okay? With proper management, most people with COPD can control symptoms and improve their quality of life. Proper management can also lower the risk in other conditions linked to COPD, like heart disease and lung cancer. Okay. I am a healthcare professional. I've been doing this thing for over 30 years. And when I tell you, I have actually seen the results from COPD, causing your heart to work overtime, extra, right? Also, COPD, and also that's also another cause for lung cancer. So, ladies and gentlemen, please take care of yourselves. Let's take care of each other, okay? So that's my healthy regimen for tonight. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are ready. When I tell you I got a bad entrepreneur, a business owner, I got a bad, when I say a bad sister featured tonight. Let me just go ahead and tell y'all something about her, right? Mush Makem Laugh, okay? When I tell you this multi-talented is a jack of all trades, radio personality, broad operator, stand-up comedian, media specialist, and a host and celebrity assistant. Mush was born in Chicago, Illinois, raised in one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in the world, Inglewood, okay? However, that didn't stop her from pursuing her dreams of the radio and television personality. As a matter of fact, it encouraged her, it pushed her, it made her. She knew she was different and had strengths to make it out successful in that neighborhood, okay? She graduated from Illinois Media School. With a vibrant personality and skills, she started networking, building connections and relationships with artists, poets, DJs, actors, celebrities, radio and TV personalities. She met and been in major rooms with people like Young Jock, come on, Young Jock, okay? Drewski, okay? Bernie Mac's daughter, Crucial Conflict, Three Piece, Twister, Leon Rogers, Corporate, Uncle Hank, Big Homie, Little Bit, and many more. When I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for my sister, my queen, Mush Makem Laugh. What's up, girl?
Hey, ShonGee.
How you doing?
I'm blessed and highly flavored.
Yes, I love it. Come on.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Listen, it's a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I know
I appreciate you for having me. I'm honored, as a matter of fact.
Listen, I love your energy. I love your spirit. Listen, how you been? What's going on with you?
I can't complain. I can't complain. God is good. I think we all go through daily things, daily and whatever, but we have to keep that strength that God provided us with to keep going, because the devil be so busy, y'all. The devil be so busy, and when he see you doing good, he try to do worse, but I just keep on going and flowing, and you know how it is,
Yeah, for sure.
I love those glasses, though.
Listen, girl, I wore these things just for you. I was like, let me go ahead and give a little flavor. Let me give a little ATL flavor. Show her how we
you have to send me those.
Yes. So listen, I am so proud of you for all that you have accomplished. Listen, how did you know that you had a talent for comedy?
Well, to be honest, I didn't find comedy. Comedy found me.
Come on now.
So I'm 27 years old right now. Mm-hmm. However, I always knew that I was funny, like growing up, because I grew up in the hood and stuff. Growing up in the hood, I was always the person who had all, people talk about fat people all the time. I was always the one. You couldn't bully me. I bullied the bullies. I bullied the bullies. So it was like, I was always funny. I always had a good sense of humor. Stop being sensitive. Probably like third grade when my father taught me, like, words don't hurt. Whatever, you got to talk about them back
Right.
and stuff. After that, I just started, it was just my personality. I'm just a vibrant person. I'm the type of friend that everybody want to be around, because when you going through something bad, that's when you call me. Cause I'm gonna turn you up. I'm gonna make sure you have a good time. We gonna get up out whatever you going through. We gonna have a good time. But my passion was originally TV personality and radio personality. Now that's something that I always want to do since a young girl, and I grew up and I was that. However, I had interviewed this one comedian. I think this is the first comedian I interviewed. I interviewed this first comedian and he was like, "Oh, you really, really funny. You should try stand up." And then, like, a lot of people was telling me before, like, you should try stand up, or whatever. I never did. It was just like a thought or whatever. So once he did it, once he said it, I felt like that was a sign from God. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody can tell you anything, and people will see stuff in you that you won't even see in yourself sometimes.
Right.
So I felt like that was a message from God. So I promised myself before I turned 26 years old, I'm gonna try stand up. So 2 days before I turned 26, I went and I went to one of his shows. He booked me for a show. I did one of his shows and the crowd loved me. Yes, I was scared. I was probably shaking in my boots, shitting in my jeans. You know what I'm saying? But I went up there and I did it and the crowd loved me and I just kept going, so I'm a new comedian. I'm not, where I want to be at in life or whatever. However, I've been keep going. I done did over at least over 50 shows already, but I started last year and I've just been doing it and people be referring me and, people be inviting me out. People be booking me all the time. Like I took off for a little while because my mom had got sick. However, I told people I took off and they were still booking me. So I was still doing, the little things, here and there and stuff. But people love me. Yeah, but my passions is TV personality and radio personality. But comedy is something I dib and dab in. So
yeah. So listen, hey, you said you got all the jacks. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do a lot. Like you said, I graduated from Illinois Media School, so I know how to do commercials. I know how to do stuff with the video. I know how to record. I know how to board op. I know how to work with the board. I know how to make mixes and stuff like that. I can even produce a song if I wanted to. But that's something I'm gonna go into later in my career is engineering and producing and stuff.
Right. So, how did you come about with the talent of media specialist and going to school for media?
I think I was just sitting I was going through a dark place in my life. I think, I was going through a dark, time in my life, and I was just searching for myself. I didn't know, where to turn. I was going through things, like with housing, with my parents. I mean, I had probably lost it all. This around the time I lost it all. My, house had caught on fire, and, it was just like, what am I doing with my life? I felt like this is a wake-up call. What am I doing with my life? Like, where are you going? What do you want to do? What do you want to be? I work jobs all the time. I quit jobs. Like, work a job today and quit tomorrow. I promise you. But I work jobs all the time, and I said, this can't be it. And then, I'm gonna tell you this. It was times that I would see people on TV or I would hear people on the radio, and I would start crying. Like not just, me crying, but it was like a sign, like you not doing what God put in your life to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you not doing, it's something that God will take stuff out your life when he wants your attention. He'll do different things to try to get your attention, and I felt like that's what he was doing. So I went ahead and I applied for school and I made it. I graduated. Now the first time I didn't graduate.
Okay.
First time I ain't graduated. First time I dropped out.
Gotta do it over again. Right.
But I went back. I went back and I did it. And, God was good. And even at the time, I was homeless at the time when I did it, when I went back. But my passions is what keep me going. You know, we all go through things in life, whatever. My passions kept me going. You know. Yeah.
Wow. When I
But
tell you,
yeah,
you
I
don't look like
love
what you've been
media.
through.
Huh?
You surely don't look like what you've been through.
Don't say that, girl. No. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I thank God for that. I don't look like what I'm going through. I should be scratched up, beat up, hair, wig off, everything. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna toast to that.
Okay.
Did you see my straw?
Listen, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Crazy.
Girl. But yeah, I love media. I love media. I love interviewing people. I love getting to know people. You know, and you interview people, so you know we have a passion for getting people heard. You know,
Right.
it's like a lot of people can't do what we do. You know,
Right.
a lot of
Right.
people don't have I don't want to say courage. A lot of people don't have that spunk. You got to be a
Right.
different type of, you got to have a different type of spunk to get
Right.
out
Right.
there and
Right.
talk to people and network and, you know, want to do stuff with people. A lot of people are all shady. They don't want to talk to people. They don't want to get to know people. They don't want to, you know, but we the face of the earth.
Okay. Okay. When
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, us podcasters, honey, we can show talk. We can talk. We
Sure
can
can.
talk. but, but you know what though? Really though, to be honest with you, I have always been the type of person that I've always been behind the scenes,
Mm-hmm.
pushing to make things flow, forward, right? But I had a dream, like God gave me this dream, maybe probably 6-7 years ago, something like that, right? And he told me, he was like, hey, he was like, you're gonna be on TV, you're gonna be, in the social media, on camera or whatever. And I was like, no, God, I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
that's all the way true. And look, here I am now. So when I tell you I was scared as I don't know what to be able to do this, but as
So what
time
gave
kept
you
going,
that push? What made you, you know, get up and do it? And when did you get up and do it?
okay, so what gave me that push, right? So I come from a family of a village, right? When I say family, that can be your friends you choose as your family, mentors, coaches, life coaches. When I tell you, I'm talking about everybody that was in my personal circle, right? So that's my village. Those my squad. That's my squad, right? I know that my squad, they go ride and die for me. You understand what I'm saying? So when I tell you, A Love, I always pay homage to her because she's so dope. She's so good at what she do. And she met me at a wine conference that she was hosting. And she took an interest in me. And she said, hey, she said, I see you, you're a wine connoisseur. You love what you do. You know this wine game, right? And she said, had you ever thought about writing a book or being an author? And I was like, actually, when I had that dream, those years ago, I was going to be on camera. I was going to write a book. All of these creative things that he was placing in me when I had that dream, right? And I said, okay. And then my cousin, she introduced me to A Love because she wrote in her first anthology with A Love, right? So from there, that's how that happened. So it was basically when you link on to people, right? Having a connection, building relationships. You understand what I'm saying? So me building a relationship with A Love, therefore, she utilized her platform to say, hey, to all of the authors that wanted to be a part of different writing projects, hey, do you want to be an author and do you have it in you? And when I tell you, that's how it started. And so from being an author, from podcaster, and done wrote 2 books and
Oh, look at God.
working
That's
on
a
a
blessing.
third. So you see what I'm saying? It's all
Yeah.
about helping each other. So
Mm-hmm. And
that's what makes
networking is a
that
big key because, like,
right, right,
how I met you is through my big brother Dre. Now he's not my
right,
real brother,
right,
but I
right.
love him like he came out my mama cootie cat. I love him so much or whatever. And then we do a lot of now he's at you guys are in Atlanta, however, I'm in Chicago, but we do work together over the phone and virtually and stuff like that or whatever. Eventually I'm gonna come out there and see y'all.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
cool.
January, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna come out there, I'm gonna do a few shows. I want you to come there too.
Okay,
I
okay.
want you to come check me out or whatever. As a
Yeah,
matter of fact,
absolutely.
speaking of shows, I have a show on this Wednesday coming up, and then I have a show on this November 16th. It's a Thanksgiving show, and
Okay,
I have a show on the 23rd. So
okay.
I'm always booked and
Oh
busy.
yeah.
I'm
I
always
see
booked
you,
and
honey,
busy.
doing your thing. Hey.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm gonna come out there and I'm gonna show y'all some love. I'm gonna leave that Chicago on y'all. I ain't gonna bring my guns. You know that's what we known for. But
Oh
I'm
yeah, oh yeah. I know y'all like the box up there. Y'all
no,
like the
it ain't
box.
even like that though. I know people think that or whatever, but I promise you it ain't really like that up here. But
Right.
I'm gonna come out there and I'm gonna show y'all some love. But yeah, what I was saying is networking is a big key. Y'all, if y'all watching, I want to let y'all know sometimes it ain't what you know, it's who you know. And I
Right.
want to know everybody. You know what I'm saying? I want to know
Right.
everybody. I walk up to people. It ain't nobody that I didn't want to know that I don't know. That's how I met Young Jock. I met Young Jock when I was I worked at Midway. I worked at an airport.
Okay.
And he tried to be all, secretive or whatever. But I like expensive niggas, so I smelled expensive cologne. I said, it smell like a rich nigga in here. I wasn't even smelling the coffee no more. I said, I think I smell a rich nigga. I looked up at him. I said, you Young Jock? He said, no. I said, you Young Jock. But I ran out there, I got some pictures with him and stuff like that. He said he'll come on my podcast. I told him I want to come on his podcast. I mean his radio station because I do radio. I was currently on My Radio Chicago. However, I'm building my own platform. Shout out My Radio Chicago.
Okay. Okay.
And that's why I had my show Laughing Lyrics with my co-host Louis Santana. Shout out to him. But I'm coming out with a show called Mix with Mush.
Okay.
It's called In the Mix with Mush.
Okay. Come on now,
It's gonna be
Mush.
called In
Let's
the Mix.
go.
So y'all look out for that for the next couple of weeks, and I'm gonna have some very important people on there. I'm gonna have some games. I'm gonna make y'all laugh. I'm gonna make y'all, turn up. We're gonna talk about some things, some real stuff. So make sure y'all tune in. It's usually in the evening time, but depending on what you drink the day before, you gonna catch it. People drink all night and then they sleep through the day, then they wake up at night. Breath still stinking.
Yeah, catch it, Mush.
Yeah, they've been called it. But I would love to have you on my show, and I would love to, work with you a little, a little more, a little
Yeah.
closely. Also, A Love too. I didn't get to really talk to her much, but shout out to A Love.
Yes.
And shout out
Yes.
to the whole Atlanta. Y'all got a pretty
Yeah.
dope
Come
vibe.
on,
You know,
ATL, baby.
I came to Atlanta. Let me tell you, I came to Atlanta and I got an Airbnb.
Uh-huh.
But the Airbnb was in the hood. Niggas was out there talking about loud squares and all type of stuff. It was looking like Chicago to me, but I was peeping out. I was feeling. I'm like, okay, I like this. Still have to hold my purse tight. I'm like, I like this,
It gave you that Chicago vibe.
Definitely gave Chicago. Definitely gave Chicago. You know.
Okay. Right. Listen, what would you tell someone who is got a business plan, want to jump out there, test the waters, and they got a skill set to do some great and wonderful things, right? But they just really don't know, what to turn or how to turn or where to go or how to do it. What would you tell someone that's looking to get into business?
I say do it. do it scared, do it unready, do it broke, do it heartbroken,
Right.
do it, if you ain't, if anything, just do it. That's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you gonna talk about what you want to be. You gonna talk about what you want to do for 5 years, but you ain't nothing until you do it. And then after you do it, that's when you start figuring it out. You start figuring out stuff. Okay, I need this, I need that. But if you don't do it, if you don't try, it's just a dream. It'll always be a dream if you don't go push forward and do what you got to do. Cause let me tell you something. My parents was on drugs.
Okay.
My parents was on drugs, so I came from a household. I don't want to say it like this, but the environment that I came in, I never had people to look up to, but I could look up to them. I don't want to say them, but the people who they was around. I never really had people to look up to, but I knew it was people that I didn't want to be like. You know?
Right.
So that pushed me a step further, and I knew, and even my friends and my family, and I knew like I'm not, I wasn't born to live like y'all, and no shade and nothing like that. I love all my people and stuff like that, but God will put something. If God putting something in you and He telling you to do something, you have to listen to that, or you gonna
Right.
keep seeing people either go up or go down. And if you stay
Right.
steady, you going down too.
Right.
So I say push it, do it, do it, do it scared, do it unready, and yeah, you just gotta try. You just gotta do it, because I done been through all type of stuff. I done been homeless before. I done lost everything 3 times. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? But nothing will stop me from keep going and keep chasing my passions and doing what God put in my life to do. Now, don't get me wrong. It gets hard.
Oh
It
yeah.
have been
Oh yeah.
times that
Oh yeah.
30 minutes before a show, I don't think I want to do this. It ain't for me. And God to tell me, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have gave it to you.
Right.
If I
Right.
wanted you to be working at McDonald's, that's where you would be at. If I
Mhm.
wanted you to be, I don't know, a nurse, that's what I would put in you. No,
Mhm.
you're destined for media. You're destined for stand-up comedy. You're destined for hosting. So I just push and I keep going, and I've been very successful these last couple of years. I did shows in Memphis. I've did stuff in North Carolina. I've did stuff in Mississippi. I've been traveling. Now I haven't
Right.
did much,
Right.
but I
Right.
hit like open mics and stuff like that. But my
Uh-huh.
goal this whole year is to go show my face in at least 5 states.
Okay. That's
But I
good.
did, like a lot of stuff. I went viral plenty of times. My last viral thing that I did was on the Drewski show. Do you know Drewski?
Yes.
So the last viral moment I had was on there, but let me tell y'all, I just went up there for clout. I went up there joking. Don't go up there and look me up and think, you know what I'm saying? But that's my personality. I play a lot. I joke a lot. I love. I love people. I love getting to know people. And let me tell you something about that Drewski stuff. I stood my fat ass out there for 5 hours. I probably lost 5 pounds. That's the most I lost in 27 years. So I appreciate him.
You see, you stood out there for 5 hours.
No
I was in
food, no drink.
experience.
But I do want to ask you this, because I heard that you touched bases on weight loss. You said you lost 35 pounds.
Mhm.
So how
Yeah.
can you give me, a little advice on that? What did you do?
Okay. So, well, first of all, it's because in my family is diabetic. We got that diabetic gene, cancer gene, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to be proactive, right? So me being pre-diabetic, right? So my labs and my blood work, it really just was not satisfying to me. And they were like, hey, Keisha, you're gonna go on some medication if you don't get yourself together, right?
Uh-huh.
And I don't want to take all that medication. So I managed mine. I said, well, what do I have to do? And they were like, hey, listen, if you do managed weight management, that will help you to stay off of medication, right? So for now, about 2 years, I've been off of meat. I've been off of meat. So I will eat fish. And I was eating a little bit of shellfish, but my doctors were like, no, that's not good. And then when I found out my blood type, that herbalist, she said that no, shellfish wasn't good for my blood type and I need to leave it alone. Right. But so I stopped eating meat. So I eat fish to keep up the protein, keep my levels up, because when you stop eating meat, you lose protein. And when you lose protein, that can happen in your muscles, that can happen with your hair, your nails, your skin, and all of that, right? So I stopped eating meat. So basically, you see how broccoli, right? So I changed how I cook too. So instead of cooking in vegetable oil and canola and all of that stuff, I use olive oil.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I use olive oil, right? So and then if I use margarine, I'll use like Smart Balance, to
Oh,
give,
okay.
the Smart Balance where it's low cholesterol, right? So here it is, like I stopped eating eggs. I eat the egg white instead of the egg yolk. You see what I'm saying? So I changed everything, how I eat. So like when it comes to like this dish right here that I made, right? This is jambalaya rice, but instead of it being meat like turkey or chicken or whatever, I did tofu. So I cut up tofu, made some little squares, cut it up or whatever. And then you know how like with jambalaya, you know how you put your sausage, your chicken, your shrimp, and all of that. So because I wanted that jambalaya texture or that feel to it, right? So I put some taborki, which is basically is tofu beer bratwurst. So it's vegan, plant-based bratwurst, right? So I cut that up, I sauteed it and everything like that. So I just changed how I eat. Then on top of that, I started walking 3 to 6 miles. I was walking my behind off. Okay. Sometimes I would do that in the morning. Sometimes I would do it at night if I had the time. I would walk before I'll even start going to work. I'll get to my job and I'll walk 3 to 5 miles before I even clock in. And then I clock in, go to work. Then I come home, take care of everything. And then I go walk again. You see what I'm saying? So I was doing that too. Right. Then my water intake. So I was doing 64 ounces of water to a gallon of water, trying to get that in a day. Right. So if people didn't know that 90% of our body is made up of water. Right. So if you don't have no water in your body, then what's going to happen? That's how your skin get dry. Your skin starts getting wrinkly and flaky. And that's how age starts setting in because your body is dry, right? So you got to get your water intake up, right? Then also too, I started detoxing. So detoxing. So I would detox, like say for instance, we have the herbal lady, the vitamin lady. When I tell you she is so bad. When you come to Atlanta, look up the vitamin lady off of Auburn Avenue. Listen, we gotta go because I promise you, she go tell you your blood type. She go tell you what foods you should eat. That's good for you. That's on your 80 list. You know that 80-20 rule. You know what we know about that 80-20 rule,
Yep,
right?
yep, yep.
So that applies in food too, right? So she'll teach you how to eat 80% good. And then that 20%, that's what you eat in moderation. But on that 20%, those are the foods that's not good for you. You see what I'm saying? So basically, I found out my blood type, AB positive, right? So with my blood type, I don't supposed to eat chicken. I don't supposed to eat pork. I don't supposed to eat beef. I don't supposed to eat those things for my blood type. But now I understand why it was no problem for me to go from vegan, vegetarian. It was no problem. And I did it cold turkey. You see what I'm saying? Because my blood type calls for me to eat like a vegetarian or like a vegan. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once you know those things, when you eat what your blood calls for, that's a diet in itself, because you'll start to eliminate all of those bad things that you were eating. You won't no longer eat. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I lost it too. Also too, vitamins and herbals, and from the vitamin lady, I got like some vitamin C, 100% vitamin C powder that I take every day, every morning, and then I follow it up with some water. But guess what? That's immunity. You know what I'm saying? Sour sap, sea moss, all of those things that's healing from the earth. Listen, that's what helps you to lose weight and maintain. So because of that, I don't have to be on no medication for no diabetes. I just focus on weight management. Okay. I'm not knocking weight loss shots. Hey, if they can give me that, I'll take that too. Okay. Surgeries and all that. Everybody have their own, their own thing, what they want to do. But me, I wanted to start naturally first. I wanted to start naturally. And then also too, I was in the program, Dr. Joe, turn up 40 40 days, turn up. Yeah, the Dr. Joe program. I was in that also. And so from that, I just been maintaining. And I was on that program and I wasn't eating meat. So I had a vegetarian, vegan diet plan then
That's a
too.
blessing. That's a blessing. You look beautiful. You look great.
Oh,
You look
thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you, girl. Honey, listen, I just had a big birthday, baby. Woo!
Okay,
So,
when was your
honey,
birthday?
listen, October, honey. October,
Happy
girl.
birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Hey, hey,
Right,
hey, hey.
right, right. So, honey, listen, I told my kids, I said, baby, listen, I said, I got 3 daughters. I said, baby, I'm not getting older. Y'all are getting older. I'm getting younger.
I know
Okay.
that's right.
Honey, because I got a young soul. I love to have fun. I love to laugh. And you being a comedian, one of the things I know what people don't realize, laughter is what keeps you young.
Yeah.
Laughter is what
Yeah.
keeps you going,
Mhm.
right? And
Mhm.
laughter is what takes all of the foolishness you're dealing with. Sometimes if you think about something funny, that'll take all your
Yeah.
your
Mhm.
stress away.
Definitely. And cause and also I've had a lot of people reach out to me, cause a lot of people is funny, but they don't know how to do stand up. Let me tell you,
Right,
stand up is nothing but telling stories. If you can tell a funny story, you can go up there and you can do stand up. Now it's a lot of little elements. If you guys are looking for, ways to go up there and do stand up, then you can hit me up. Even ways to start a podcast, anything like that, you can hit me
right,
up and I'll let y'all know. But it's about telling stories. It's about enjoying yourself. It's about recognizing the things that you go through and the things that you notice that other people can relate to. Because that's what makes y'all laugh. When y'all can relate to the shit excuse me, the stuff that we talk about, the stuff that we'd have been through, then it makes y'all laugh. It's funny because I'd have been through that too.
right.
But yeah. Let me tell
That's
you something. Like,
crazy.
it really makes me feel good. It had been times that I'd have been down,
Mhm.
going through stuff or whatever. But once I hit that stage, I feel like my family out there, And let
Right,
me say this: don't wait for people to support you. Support yourself. You know what I'm saying? You
right,
cannot wait for support. It's gonna be times don't nobody show up. It have been times that ain't nobody came to my shows but myself. However, my family do support me. My siblings support me. My mother, before she got sick, she'll come out and support me or whatever. But you would think that your friends, your man, your family, you would think that all of them will come out. Ain't nobody gonna be there for you until you on top. Until you Monique, until you Bernie Mac, until you know what I'm saying? A young jock or anybody else or
mhm,
whatever. You have to do what you want to do for you and everything else gonna follow.
right.
Everything else will follow, but won't nothing move until you do. Won't nothing shake until you shake it, honey.
Right. Listen, and you know what, honey? You done dropped some nuggets. Those some nuggets. People need to hear that.
I ain't
It's
dropped some
because
nuggets. You know I'm a big girl. I need to pick my nuggets back up. You know I'm hungry every 5 minutes. Shit.
you done dropped some nuggets. You understand what I'm saying? But people need to realize, like, hey, listen, this thing right here, what we doing, it takes work,
Mm-hmm.
business, media,
Uh-huh.
comedian. All of that stuff takes work, right? And I don't know why people, like you said, people want to wait till you get up there, and then that's when they wanna.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, no, 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 no. Like I had the conversation with you before. I said, hey, listen, you rock with those that rock with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Friends are the family you choose. Those people that love you, you love those people. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? You can't wait for nobody. And you're right. You can't wait for nobody to sit here and help you,
Mm-hmm.
support you, guide you. You gotta know who you are and
Facts.
keep
Facts.
pressing. Yeah.
And then let me also say this, because we talked about this. Sometimes it's okay to leave people.
Oh yeah. Bye bye.
It's
I don't have a problem.
and you know what? That be the hardest thing. The hardest thing about God blessing you is
Right.
Him telling you to leave something behind that you want. It can be a lover, it can be a friend, it can be a job, it can be a substance, it can be a drug, it can be love, it can be anything.
Right.
But sometimes
Exactly.
stuff holds you back so much that you can't even see straight. So sometimes you gotta let stuff go. And even it's gonna hurt, but it's gonna feel better at the end, you know. And
Right.
we spoke about this off camera, and I told you, like, you know, sometimes you have to leave stuff behind that you don't want to leave, but it pushes you to go farther, you know. Cause it's a
Right.
lot of people that was with me but wasn't with me. If you understand what I'm
Mm.
saying. Like
I
people will be with you, but don't be with you. And you gotta pay attention. That's the biggest thing. You gotta pay attention and you gotta
right.
listen when stuff go bad with this person every time. You know, of course, you know, we go through stuff for people and stuff, but constantly you gotta go, you gotta let go, you know. And some people don't, don't be on what you own, and that's okay. Some people come in your life for a blessing and a lesson, and you gotta know the difference between the two. You
Right.
know, some you come in people's life for assignments, and you gotta understand when the assignment is up, or you will stay in something for 10 years that you supposed to been out of. You know, and
You
as
know
a
what?
young woman, I can
Mm.
speak on that because I've been through it. I done been heartbroken. I done went through heartbreaks, pain, best friends leave. You know what I'm saying? I had to leave best friends. Friends had to leave me. People who you say, oh yeah, we're gonna be forever, forever, forever. Forever is just a word. And you know
Mm.
what? Actions speak louder than words, you know. So if you
That's
don't feel that forever, you don't see forever, don't, you know, you just gotta let
right.
go sometimes. Hopefully I
You
can let go meat shit like you did.
listen, it's a challenge. It's a
Mhm.
challenge. But you know what though? I don't miss it. But to speak and to chime in on what you just said, baby, I call them dream killers, honey. Dream killers, honey. They want to hold on to you, but they not providing no type of substance. They not providing no type of energy, no type of
Mhm.
spirit. They just want to suck the life out of you. So yeah, so you got to get away from them. Absolutely. What's next for you, Mush?
Um. Well, I'm gonna start this new podcast up. I'm gonna
Okay.
start the new podcast up. I did some acting, but I'm gonna go into acting. Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to go into some acting. I'm going to do this podcast. I also have this thing coming up. Me and this guy, shout out Nate. Me and this guy, we're finna start this LGBTQ for the community showcases, performances. I work a lot, even though I'm a comedian and I'm a media specialist. I work real tight knit with artists. I work real
Gotcha.
tight knit with artists. Right now, I'm with a label called Make Your Ear Hot. They got some really dope artists and stuff like that. But what I was saying about the LGBTQ, I'm shining awareness on them because they don't get a lot. I feel like they don't get a lot of, light shined on them or whatever. It's a lot of good talent and personality out there or whatever that I want to bring to light. But I work real tight knit with artists, so I want to help artists become better. I network with DJs, I network with artists, I network with engineers and stuff because I see stuff in people that people don't see in themselves. I want to
Right.
push artists to do better. I want to let them know that it's not all about music, it's about business.
Right. Right.
Because being an artist is just not about making songs, making beats, making rhyming.
Mhm.
It's a business. You gotta put money behind it. You gotta push yourself. You gotta, ain't nobody gonna want it unless you do.
Right. Exactly.
But
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah, but yeah, I'm still doing my comedy. Like I said, I got a show this coming on the 13th. I got a show on the 23rd, and I also have a show on the 16th, all of November. But I will broadcast those live, so make sure y'all tune in. Add me on Facebook, Mush Makem Laugh, Instagram, Mush Makem Laugh, Pornhub, Mush Makem Laugh. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing, y'all. But yeah, you can find me on all streaming sites, everything Mush Makem Laugh. So I have some stuff coming up. I can't wait for y'all to see it. But yeah, shout out, Darrell and Kermit and Make Your Ear Hot. Shout out my co-host Louis Santana. Shout out shout out everybody that I work with. I work with a lot of people. I'll be all day shouting people out. So look, shout out to y'all. I love y'all. Y'all know who y'all is.
Okay. Okay.
One more thing. Shout
Oh,
out
oh,
Dre, my big bro Dre and his wife.
okay.
That's the last one.
Okay. When I tell you, it has been a phenomenal experience just being, connected to you, and
Oh,
you
thank you.
are absolutely a fool. Listen, when I tell you, anything that ShonGee Enterprises, Wine La Vie podcast can do for you, support you, we there. Just let us know. Listen, I want to come to Chicago. I want to get me some of that good popcorn. What's that popcorn with the cheddar and
Garrett's.
caramel? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Gary. Yep. I want some of that good popcorn. I want some good deep pizza. Okay, no
Mm-hmm.
meat. Okay. And
Okay.
what else? I need one of them Chicago dogs or something. They were saying
Yeah.
the
They be
other
having the Chicago hot dogs, the Chicago Polishes.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. But
okay.
I'm a
See, when
grown woman. I like me a Polish. You know what I'm saying? Can't do no hot dog. You get that to my little nephew, niece now.
you crazy.
But
So
I really appreciate you. Like I can't wait till you come on my show. I can't wait till you come on my show. I appreciate it. I'm honored
yes,
to be here with you. Shout out ShonGee. Shout out A Love.
yes,
I don't
yes.
know. Now look, I had a A in lunch, but I had a F in English. How do you pronounce the name of your show? Wine La Vie?
Wine La Vie.
Wine La Vie.
Wine La Vie.
Okay.
So I got a background. Okay. So I although I'm from Georgia, right? But I was raised overseas. So
Oh,
come from a
really?
military family, right?
Okay.
So that's how I started drinking wine, because
Mm.
overseas they don't have no age limit when you can drink, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So just say I've been drinking wine a long time, okay? So basically just all the different cultures and everything like that, and the different countries and everything that I went to, or I stayed, I visited, and everything like that. So la vie means life,
Mm.
the life in French, right? So wine la vie. So you okay? You choking over there? You okay?
Woo.
Put your
I'm
arms up.
sorry.
Put your arms up.
Oh, sorry about that. What you was saying, honey?
So basically, that's what La Vie means in French. So it's the life, wine life. Yeah.
Okay, wee.
Oui.
Yeah,
How
right
they
after the drink, I'm gonna give you
Francais?
some wee. You know, I just be joking.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew I was setting myself up because I knew you was gonna be a fool and have me cracking up laughing.
I really enjoyed you, and I love them glasses.
Listen, man, you can have these glasses, man. Like, I have to change up on the podcast. I just go with what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? I go with just, I love fashion, I love style. So I just kind of just vibe out. You know what I'm saying? You'll see me on here sometimes I'm sophisticated. Then other times, I just want to be Keisha from the block. You know what I'm saying? Keisha from the
Okay.
spots. You know what I'm saying? So right. So I just, I just rock out. Whatever I'm feeling, I just rock out with it.
Mm-hmm.
But honey, you can get these glasses. I can show you exactly where I got them from. But see, you got to come to the A.
I sure
That's your,
will. What
come
size
on
is
to
it? Is
the
it a
H.
3X?
Hmm?
Do they got them in 3X?
No, girl, that'll fit you.
You know,
It's a one
I can't
fit all.
trust them
You're
all.
crazy, girl.
Fit one, fit all. You know, that's a line itself. One fit all. Yeah, okay.
You so crazy. Did I tell you, Mush? How in the world? I never imagined. How did you come up with your name?
Okay, so my name was originally Mushy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe it was a fat joke back then when they named me that in the hood. When you in the hood, people come up with all type of names.
Uh-huh.
So it was Mushy to begin with. But I was looking for a brand name. Now my real name is
Okay.
Aaliyah. So I was thinking Hilarious. That was gonna be, like my brand name, Hilarious.
Uh-huh.
Aaliyah, Hilarious. But I
Mhm.
knew that Just Hilarious had the Hilarious, so I didn't want it.
Okay.
So I started making people call me Mush just before my brand name. But
Right.
I think I got too grown for Mushy, so I shortened it up for Mush. So
Uh-huh.
people was just calling me Mush. So I was looking for a brand name, and I came up with Mush Makem Laugh, and it
Okay.
just
Okay.
stuck. It
Okay.
just stuck.
Okay.
So where
Yes.
did Sean see? I don't want to ask you all my interview questions that I'm gonna ask you.
Well, listen, I'll tell you because a lot of people want to know. The people
Okay.
want to know. The people want to know, right?
Mhm.
So ShonGee came from, okay, so I branded my name. So basically, my middle name is LaShawn.
Mm.
So before I got married, and my maiden name was Grant.
Mm.
So Grant starts with the what?
G.
G. ShonGee.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Mhm. So you
Yep.
didn't like the name Keisha?
It wasn't that I didn't like the name Keisha. It was just I needed it's so many Keishas around here, right? So I wanted something that was gonna be different, creative, and it will allow me to just, be me. Just,
Mhm.
you just
So
never know.
it's ShonGee or ShonGee? Real fast.
It's ShonGee.
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 Okay, that's cute,
Mhm.
ShonGee.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
And so yeah, so that's where it came from. And so from that, I just ran with it. I was in programs and trying entrepreneur and birthing my business, and I wanted something that was going to be creative, something that you just don't hear all the time, or something that nobody else had. And I said, okay. I'm a different type of human being. I'm a different type of
Mm-hmm.
woman. So ShonGee just fit
And
and it
I
fit
can't wait for you to
perfectly.
come on my show because I got so much stuff
Yes.
to ask you and talk to you about.
Yes.
And so many topics I want to touch on. We're
Yes.
gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. I had a good
Absolutely.
time today. I really enjoyed this. I really appreciate y'all for having me on. I
Yes.
really enjoyed. Now, get to talk about the topics. How much time do we get?
Well, we coming up on the end of our time for
Okay.
tonight, but
Okay.
definitely it must have you on the show again. I
I would
have
love to.
truly enjoyed when I tell you, Queen, you done set the tone, baby. You done truly set the tone. And whatever ShonGee Enterprises can do for you, Wine La Vie podcast can do to support you, we are there. Listen, I have had an absolutely ball. I hope you have too.
I sure have. I sure have. And let me
Thank
tell
you
you, you
so
are a
much.
great host. You are a great host.
You're back. Yeah. So I have come down to my time. It's my time tonight. But Mush, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. We go cheers this thing on out. I am your host, Keisha ShonGee Johnson. Thank you so much for my special guest. Mush Makem Laugh, baby, in the building. All right. Tune in every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. This is your girl, Keisha ShonGee Johnson. We out. Ciao.